Dear viewers, Namaskar. In view of the rising number of COVID cases in Rourkela and the nearby areas, you are requested to adhere to the COVID appropriate behaviors like wearing masks properly, washing hands frequently, maintaining social distance, and avoiding crowded places. In the headlines today, Town Engineering Civil Department carries out major initiatives to improve quality of life, and sanitization continues in different parts of Steel Township of SAIL RSP for containing spread of the second wave of COVID-19. Enterprising endeavors at Centering Plant 3 of SAIL RSP enhances system efficiency. And Town Engineering Electrical Department takes initiatives to sustain efficient power supply in the township.
Feel positive, think positive, says CEO RSP SAIL while launching the new HR initiative Samanway, reaching out to go above and beyond. And crucial role being played by Ispat General Hospital in the treatment of COVID patients.
SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant repeats single-day LMO dispatch record for the third time in a month. SAIL RSP collaborates with NIT Rourkela to promote organic farming under its CSR initiative.
Now the news in detail. The Town Engineering Civil Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has been consistently making efforts to further improve facilities and amenities to improve the quality of life in the Steel Township. The department carried out numerous major initiatives in the last financial year that have helped in providing a better ambience to the residents. The most striking of all activities was the development of Ispat Sarovar Udyan near Sector 6 Telephone Bhavan. The barren, idle-lying land was beautifully landscaped to convert it into a park of about 4,500 square meter area, a 6,000 square meter pond, along with the 70-meter high national flag post, which has become a center of attraction for the entire region. Some of the other major jobs included renovation of the erstwhile Ispat Lower Secondary School to set up a livelihood incubation center. To keep the city clean and hygienic, the department undertook a revamping project of sewerage network system in Rourkela Steel Township Phase 2 and 3, in which 1.10 kilometers of major sewer line was relaid and 593 new RCC manholes were constructed. Under the enterprise social commitment towards slum development, 4 community toilets were constructed at Balangir Basti, Taratarini Basti, Dhobi Ghat and Sector 6 Market. With all these interventions, Town Engineering Civil Department has been making all-out efforts to improve the quality of life of its township residents. In the line with the instructions and guidance of Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, Honorable Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel, SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant has been taking all possible measures to combat and contain the COVID pandemic. The various initiatives in this direction include proactive sanitization, communication drives, developing treatment facilities, as well as augmenting tracing, testing and vaccination. The Public Health Unit of the Town Engineering Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, in association with the Fire Services Department, has been actively engaged in cleaning and decontamination of the residential areas and public places. In the present week, the residential areas of different sectors across the Steel Township was sanitized. Community centers at Sector 17 and Sector 19 were also disinfected where COVID tests are done. Massive scale cleaning and sanitization of public places of Steel Township is carried out on a war footing. It may be noted that RSP is making all-out efforts for regular cleaning and sanitizing so as to prevent the spread of the disease and to ensure health safety of the residents of the steel township. The employees of Sintering Plant 3 of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant RSP have successfully implemented several enterprising jobs which have enhanced equipment availability and system efficiency. The diverter gate was installed in the E9.003 discharge chute to facilitate the direct sinter dispatch to blast furnace 5. Earlier, sinter was getting dispatched to BF5 through FS 2x4 to FS 5 route. Total number of sinter falls in this route was 7 before the sinter reaches BF5. Due to such high number of falls, return fines generation was increasing. After installation of this diverter gate, the total number of sinter falls in this route has reduced by 50% when compared to earlier sinter dispatch route of FS 2x4 to FS 5. The reduction in number of falls has facilitated less breakage of sinter and subsequently reduction of blast furnace return fines generation by about 4%. This installation has facilitated regular maintenance of conveyor belts on sinter dispatch route, which used to be difficult earlier due to continuous running. Another important intervention was the addition of calcined lime in the base mix by passing the mixture. With this, required activities could be carried out in the mixture as per departmental schedule without affecting the normal sinter production. Further, the FS10 was also modified in gear coupling to overcome belt load. All these endeavors have helped the sinter plant to sustain production and also create records even amidst the pandemic. Town Engineering Electrical Unit has taken several steps in the last financial year to upgrade its electrical distribution system for providing better service to the people, to reduce the liability to damage through storms and lightning, minimize chances of voltage drop and other electrical faults, ensure less maintenance cost, and also for better general appearance. The department has converted overhead conductor to underground cable system for 11 kV power supply with laying of 9.2 km high tension cable from sector 13 field to airport, sector 15 pump house to sector 15 Kali Mandir, telephone bhavan to sector 18 Ispat English Medium School and GM substation to IGH. To accurately record the energy consumed by the residential households of the Steel Township, approximately 10,819 new digital energy meters are installed in the employees' residential quarters and 4,413 numbers in non-employee residential quarters and shops. In order to ensure better power stability, a 11 kV ring main unit in Gayatri Mandir substation was installed in place of old JKJS to overcome frequent failure of JKJS unit. In addition to this, supply, erection, commissioning and testing was carried out for 50 TR centrally chilled water air conditioning system for burn center for IGH. For conserving energy while enabling proper illumination, 132 numbers of solar street lights were installed and commissioned in different slums located in the vicinity of Rourkela Steel Plant and Steel Township.
Feel positive, think positive, talk positive and act positive. These dark clouds too shall pass away. We have won, we shall win again, said Mr. Deepak Chattaraj, CEO, Rourkela Steel Plant of SAIL, at the launch of a new HR initiative, Samanway, reaching out to go above and go beyond, on 15th May 2021 on a virtual mode. Present online were Mr. Rajveer Singh, EDHA, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, ED Works, Dr. B.K. Hota, CMO in charge M&HS, Mr. S.K. Behra, CGM in charge projects, Mr. C.R. Mahapatra, CGM in charge MM, Mr. Praveen Nigan, CGM in charge F&A, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, CGM in charge P&A. Around 100 senior executives including CGMs, HODs and sectional in-charges joined the program. Addressing the need of balancing life and livelihood in the present times, the CEO further elaborated upon the need of keeping up the spirit and also to make the company remain competitive at the current juncture when the market is conducive for steel industry. He spoke about the various measures taken by RSP in association with government authorities to contain the pandemic along with the supply of life-saving liquid medical oxygen to various parts of the country. Emphasizing upon concerted effort to tide over the crisis, the CEO was vocal about the role of people connect at workplace and sharing of thoughts. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Rajveer Singh commended the sincere efforts of all the corona warriors at IGH and informed the members about the infrastructure and COVID treatment status at SSH. Mr. Pankaj Kumar urged everyone to adhere to the COVID-appropriate behaviors, minimize the breakdowns, reduce the cost of production and help run the plant at full capacity so as to benefit from the market uptrend. The program commenced with the session on mindfulness taken by Ms. Rajshri Banerjee, CGM HRD, meant to enrich and integrate oneself with positive energy. This was followed by a session conducted by Dr. P.K. Mahapatra, additional CMO, on managing self to manage others in the midst of second surge. In this session, he briefed on the status of COVID-affected employees and their recovery rate, treatment facilities, telemedicine consultation facility, Paramarsh, and COVID-appropriate behaviors. Dr. B.K. Hota supplemented the session by offering expert advice on the need of balanced diet, fresh air and cross-ventilation, importance of early morning sunshine, as well as intake of immunity boosters and antioxidants. The third session on time to balance lives and livelihood golden period was dealt by Mr. Praveen Nigam, which focused on the performance and prospects of steel industry in general and SAIL as well as Rourkela Steel Plant in particular. The fourth session on creative leadership was taken by Mr. Rajendra Mishra, CGM P&A. Through an allegory of geese behavior, he stressed upon the need of teamwork for charting the future course of action. An open house session followed, which witnessed the participants actively interacting and suggesting ideas for improvement. At the outset, Ms. Rajshri Banerjee welcomed the gathering, gave a brief about the objective of the program and coordinated the online program. Since the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, has been playing a key role in tracing and treating the people impacted with the virus. When the second wave of COVID-19 hit the steel city in April 2021, the steel plant has further strengthened its healthcare net by adding and modifying numerous facilities. Since last year, a special 15-bed SARI ICU facility adorned with ventilators is functioning in the Ispat General Hospital. Keeping in view the surge in the COVID-19 cases, 2 or more wards were promptly developed as COVID wards so as to accommodate more patients, thereby increasing the total bed count in IGH for COVID patients to 128. Employees, their family members as well as non-entitled patients are availing treatment in these facilities. A team of doctors and paramedics is providing round-the-clock expert healthcare to the patients. Clad in PPE kits for hours together, making every possible effort to save lives, even without caring much about their own exposure to the virus, the team is doing truly a commendable job. As a result of the tireless, sincere efforts of the medical team, in the last 7 days alone, 92 critically ill COVID-positive patients have been cured and discharged from IGH to return home after their complete recovery. One such recovered person is Shri Ranjan Kumar Biswal of Kiriburu. Shri Biswal, who was COVID affected, was brought to IGH in a critical condition on 6th May. The intensive treatment at the hospital helped him recuperate quickly and he was discharged on 12th May after his complete recovery. I feel indebted to the team of doctors and staff of IGH who saved my life from the brink of no hope, said Shri Biswal, expressing his deep gratitude to the medical team. It is worth mentioning here that RSP's response to the pandemic has been phenomenal. The steel plant has been taking a myriad of measures under the guidance of the Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. A virology lab and a plasma bank are functioning in the hospital in collaboration with the government. At present, around 500 samples are being tested per day in this lab, and plans are afoot to increase the same to 1,000 samples per day. To reduce the recent rush for RT-PCR testing, a second sample collection center has started operation at the new OPD building only for the employees and their family members. Keeping in view the emphasis on instant detection of COVID patients, rapid antigen tests are also being conducted in the hospital. The plasma bank, which was also first of its kind in the region with a capacity of 400 units, too has been useful in saving lives of many critically ill patients. When the country is going through one of the severest health crises in its history, the doctors, nurses, paramedics as well as all the supporting executives and employees of Ispat General Hospital are leaving no stone unturned in serving the humanity around.
SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant RSP has been making undeterred efforts to support the healthcare system of the country by continuously supplying liquid medical grade oxygen (LMO). Employees working in the oxygen making facilities of the plant are making relentless efforts to cater to the increased demand of the life-saving gas. As a result of the unwavering efforts of the collective, RSP created record single-day dispatch of LMO for the third time in a month on 17th May 2021 by sending 623.48 tons in 36 tankers. This included a consignment consisting of 4 tankers which were dispatched to Tamil Nadu by rail. Further, 2 number of ISO tankers were loaded for the first time at RSP. Notably, earlier RSP had set records in single-day dispatch of LMO on 7th and 14th May by sending 474.16 tons and 499.16 tons respectively. Congratulating the Oxygen Plant Collective, Mr. Deepak Chattaraj, CEO, has said, Team RSP is proud to serve the nation in the current challenging times. It is worth mentioning here that under the directive and guidance of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Minister for PNG and Steel, the RSP Collective has been working diligently to augment supply of liquid medical oxygen to destinations across the country on round-the-clock basis. The steel plant has supplied 6213.21 tons of liquid medical oxygen from 1st to 17th of May 2021 at an average to the tune of 365 tons per day. Since 1st April 2021, liquid medical oxygen in excess of 9090 tons has been supplied from the oxygen plants of RSP to various states across the country by tankers, both by road transport as well as by rail through the Oxygen Express being operated by the Indian Railways. A Memorandum of Understanding MOU was signed between SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant and National Institute of Technology Rourkela on 15th May 2021 at the CSR office situated at Institute for Peripheral Development Sector 20 for implementation of a project titled Waste to Wealth, Sustainable and Innovative Organic Farming Techniques, specially for women farmers of the peripheral areas of RSP. Dr. A. Biswas, Director NIT Rourkela, and Mr. Ajay Nayak, CGM in charge TA and CSR RSP, signed the MOU on behalf of the respective organizations. Present on the occasion were senior officers from RSP as well as senior professors from the NIT Rourkela. The MOU ID valid for 4 years based on annual approvals. Notably, this project is being taken up in line with suggestions made by NABCONS, the consultancy wing of NABARD, with regard to the Perspective Development Plan for RSP. The basic objective of the project is to create organic farming site at the peripheral areas of RSP and also to provide hands-on training and demonstration on organic farming. It also aims to prepare and train farmers on vermicompost, biofertilizer, biopesticides, etc. from agro waste, impart know-how on scientific intervention, technology transfer under organic farming, to promote research and development as well as to have an impact assessment on organic farming trainees on their socio-economic development. The project intends to develop 700 local farmers, especially women, from the peripheral villages for producing organic and healthy fruits and vegetables, thereby providing them improved means for revenue generation through organic farming practices training. In addition, it would help build a strong linkage and strengthen networking with women's self-help groups, sarpanches, village elders, block development officers, etc., who are pivotal nodal points for coordination and collaboration of CSR-related work in peripheral areas. And that's all for now. Namaskar.